Hey y'all, welcome to the Matador Prime Steak YouTube channel. Today we're going to utilize one of my favorite methods of cooking to turn this beautiful pork loin into a great weeknight meal. Y'all stay tuned, let's get cooking. Oh, that's amazing. We are ready to get this pork loin going. First thing we're going to do, we're going to season it up. Today I'm using Savor All Purpose Seasoning. This is a really cool, just all-purpose seasoning. It's gluten-free, it's MSG-free, it's salt, pepper, there's a lot of garlic in it, there's onion powder, I think there's some celery powder. You know, these rubs don't list all the ingredients, so you kind of got to go by your taste profile. But I love this on pretty much all proteins, but it goes really well with the pork, and it's going to provide a really awesome crust that the rotisserie is going to provide. So let's get this thing seasoned up. All right, so let's get this thing seasoned up. We're going to hit both sides of this pork loin pretty liberally. We want to get a really cool crust as this rotisserie just bastes the meat with the seasoning. There's one side. I'm going to roll it over. Get it going again. Get the sides. We want it all coated. The rotisserie is a method that this meat is just going to spin around a central heat source. So we want to cover all parts of the loin with the seasoning because every side of this piece of meat is going to see some heat. So now that we got that seasoned up, we're going to thread the rotisserie rod through the middle of this loin like such. You're going to want to try and center it as best as possible, and I'll show you why here in just a minute. I think we're going to be all right there. We can always adjust it later. So we're going to clamp this side down, and we're going to get the other side. And everybody's rotisserie is going to be a little bit different, but in essence, it's all the same concept. You just want to make sure you get these clamps clamped down really tight so that the meat doesn't move on the rod. If this was a little bit bigger, we'd get these prongs in there, but I feel pretty good about that.
I heard them calling in the distance, so I packed my...
All right, here we go. Let's get this thing on the grill. I use my gas grill on the rotisserie. There's setups for charcoal grills, but I just think this is so much easier. Cleanup's easier. The temperature's more consistent. So let's get this bad boy on there. So we've got the rod. We'll get it situated into the motor and on the guide wheel. We've got it centrally set up in there. We've removed the middle grate, and I'm going to put this can here. And this is just simply to catch juices, just to cut down on the mess. Get that on there. Let's get it started. Next time you see me, this will be about a 150 degree internal temperature. We'll slice, set up dinner. All right, we're going to get it off here. We're at an internal temperature of about 155. So we're going to get this off of here. Obviously, be careful. The rod's going to be hot. We're going to cover it. We're going to let it rest for about 10 or 15 minutes. All right, welcome back. We've got our pork loin done. We cooked it on the rotisserie. The rotisserie is a circular motion. I love it because it cooks the meat evenly on all sides. You know, if you put something in the roast, there's always something touching something, so it doesn't cook it as evenly. This is great. It's pretty. It's fun. You can do so many different things on the rotisserie. We today chose a pork boneless top loin roast that is available on MatadorPrimeSteak.com. Great piece of meat. It's got a fat cap on it. It's juicy. It's flavorful. We seasoned it with our Savor All Purpose rub. It's very salty, peppery, garlicky onion. Lots of really cool flavors. So we seasoned it with those things. We cooked it for about an hour. My rotisserie hovers right in that neighborhood of about 280 to 300. So with a 4 3/4 pound piece of meat, you can kind of gauge what your time is. If you're cooking it over higher heat or lower heat, adjust from there. But you can always check temperature. We were shooting for an internal temperature of 155. We've had it resting here for about 10, 12, 15 minutes. So we're going to uncover it, get into this, and we'll be right back with you. So let's get into this. Let's get the foil off of here. The reason for resting meat is when you cook meat, the juices by nature, go away from the heat. So once you've done cooking, it's really important to rest the meat so that the juices in the meat can redistribute. So as you can see, this thing is beautiful. The rod's still a little hot, but we're going to be all right. So we're going to undo these clamps, remove that. You don't need to undo this one, but I'm going to just for the ease of removing it. So we've got this, got the unclamped off the rod. And it's just as simple as pulling that rod right on out of there. It is hot in the middle. Look at all that juice just escaping out of there. It's going to make a mess. That's all right. All right, so you can see it's tied up. This is 2 pieces of pork tied together. This is how it would come to you from MatadorPrimeSteak.com. So the moment of truth, let's go ahead and cut into it and see what we got. So the way I would serve this, I'm going to go ahead and cut this between all these strings that are holding the pieces together. God, that's pretty. But I would serve this one of 2 ways. Either as is, the spices from the Savor Rub are going to be awesome, or you can do any number of sauces, whether it be a cream sauce like garlic, a really nice like white wine butter cream sauce would be awesome. Just a real simple sauce. Saute some garlic, add butter and some cream, bring it up to a simmer, or add a little bit of white wine in there if you like that flavor. Something real simple. I'm going to leave this as is. It's just too pretty, in my opinion, to mess up with a sauce. So let's give it a try. Let's see what happens. Well, I'm looking forward to trying this. You can just smell all the herby, peppery flavoring from that Savor Rub. So it's good. It's so tender. The crispness, the saltiness, the herbaceous crust, the way that caramelized during that rotisserie. And that is awesome. I know I said something about a sauce, but we ain't doing that tonight. This is fantastic. Please like, subscribe, leave us some comments down below if you want to see us cook something, cook anything you want. We can make it happen. But this piece of meat's available at MatadorPrimeSteak.com. Terrific, easy. This took an hour and a half from start to finish. You can do this on a weeknight. But you guys got to try this, y'all. It's amazing. And go to MatadorPrimeSteak.com. Get this piece of meat. Remember, if it's not prime, it's just simply not the best. Until next time, thanks for watching.